Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm super uber excited, like I always am every single video, but today I'm going to be playing around with all of the Juvia's Place goodies that I recently hauled in my recent Juvia's Place haul. Coincidentally, Juvia's Place haul, Juvia's Place video comes after it. I'll link up that video up in the eye if you do want to go see all of the pieces that I hauled, because obviously I won't be trying out everything in today's video. So of course, if there is something that I miss out that you really wanted to see, of course I can do a separate video on it for you. It's not a problem. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Meg and I love talking about all of the superficial and materialistic things in life, including beauty, fashion, homeware, lifestyle, all of those things. They make me happy. I love talking about them, and that's why I created this channel, to escape the everyday life. It can be tasking sometimes. It can be really tasking. So yeah, if that sounds like something that you would enjoy, hit subscribe and let's get into this. So if you saw the Juvia's Place haul that I did, you'll know that I kind of unleashed myself on the palettes. I managed to like stay controlled with everything else, and then the palettes I was like, yes, 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 yes. And then I ended up with 6 of them. Of course, if you've been here for a short while, you'll know that I'm in a no buy low buy. I did purchase these things at the end of 2020. They only arrived to me at the end of January, I think it was, or beginning of February, can't quite remember. So here we are. Of course, right now you can see I have got nothing on my face apart from my brows, because I looked a little bit like tired. I still look tired, but without my brows I was like, it's looking tragic. I have moisturised. I moisturised about 20 minutes ago with a really deep hydration moisturiser. Deep hydration moisturiser. Because we have the Illamasque Velvet Matte Foundation and the this. I think it's just Illamasque Concealer. Basically, their concealer and their foundation. I purchased these to obviously try on my face. I've got the shade Bali 720 and 23 in the concealer. I think the concealer's gonna be a tad light, but I think with other products, once everything's on my face, it'll be okay. So yeah, I really wanted a hydrating base for my makeup, because if you do not know, I'm a dry skin queen. I'm a dry skin queen. I'm a dry skin queen. I tell you every video, but because I'm a dry skin queen, okay? So I'm dry. Yes. Very dry. It is known in many lands that I cannot handle certain matte foundations on my skin because I look like a crusty heel. So I am going to go in with a bit more of a hydrating primer as well. I'm going to go into the Illamasque hydraveil, which is in my project pan. If you haven't seen my project pan, go check it out, girl. It's up in the eye. I'll link up the whole playlist. I've only got 1 video up at the moment, I think. I might have 2. Wait, no, I've only got 1 at the moment. I will have 2 in a couple of weeks, if not next week. I'm not really too sure when I'm uploading this. Basically, the end of March, I'll have the 2nd episode up. I review my project pan every quarter. So that is every 3 months I review my project pan. And this primer is one of those things that I have put in the project pan, so I intend to use it up. So, Bali 720, I'm going to apply a little bit on the back of my hand. When I did my haul, I kind of gave this a little swatch and I said that it would be kind of perfect for my skin tone, so I was really excited. And I still, I stand by that. I think it's going to be pretty good. Oh my god, that is thick. Have I applied way too much? Potentially. Oh crap. Oh no. Okay. Well, I was going to go in with a brush, but I actually wetted a sponge just in case. This is a just in case moment. That is full coverage. Do you know, the only person I see apply this all the time is Nikki Tutorials, and even she is like, boom, full coverage. This is giving me a new face. Just so you know, my preference isn't normally full coverage. I love a solid medium coverage foundation. I love it when I'm like covering to the point where I'm giving my skin a really nice canvas to work off of, like no difference in my skin tone, you know, like no redness around my nose, things like that. I love that, but I also love I love to see imperfections peek through, and like, you know, I've kind of got like freckly moles on my face and like a little bit of like, you know, tiny imperfections, I suppose you could say, but I actually quite like them showing through, not so much to the point where it's like, oh, there's something on your face, but I just like you to be able to see my skin a little bit. I don't like having a cake face all the time. I think there's a time and a place for it. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I'm just not in the mood for it, but like 9 out of 10 times I love a medium coverage or a light buildable coverage. This is full. This is full. I'd say this is actually a tiny bit too yellowy, like you can tell. Unfortunately my neck has a very, very pink, cool undertone. The rest of my body, I'm very like, not olivey, but neutral, kind of leaning greeny, not golden, but like neutral, warm. So with a bit of like oliviness in me, like a bit of green, you know? So this is a little bit too yellowy golden, but I can 100% make it work. I also don't want to waste all of this, so I'm gonna like just build it up. I can't bother to put any on my ears because this is full. Just to match my neck up a little bit, because this is quite warm. In summer this will be perfect because my chest does warm up to a neutral rather than a cool when I get a tan, which is obviously how I like things. But I love to use the Dr. Hauschka bronzing tint, or translucent bronzing tint. Absolutely love this because it's not so makeup-y on the neck, the décolletage area, which is obviously quite a it's quite a delicate area, and I love just putting this bronzing tint working into the shadows first, so that the initial product is in like the crevices or like the contours of my neck first, and then I blend it out, just so that if there is an imprint of product, it looks like I've contoured it and not like a stripe up my actual esophagus. And literally just need the tiniest tiny amount of this. I absolutely love it. Highly, highly recommend. I just absolutely love this product because I actually don't particularly like taking like makeup past like this part of my skin. I don't like taking makeup and putting it all here. It gets on my collar of my clothes, but that's just made it a little bit better. It's made it look a little bit more cohesive. In person it looks better than it does on camera. In camera it still looks very warm and cool tone, but it's fine, we'll get over it. Okay, speeding on ahead, I'm going to go into the Juvia's Place Concealer in the shade 23. Should I zoom you in a little bit? So I'm going to go predominantly here. My inner corners are like the worst. A little bit here, a little bit on the schnoz. Because this is significantly paler than the rest of my skin, I don't want to take this over any blemishes or anything. I just want to keep it in the centre where the light it like hits, you know? Okay, I think I've applied too much. I'm just going to be using this concealer to act as our primer for the eyeshadows. This is a moment. This is truly a moment. Oh my god. I am turning into Casper right now before your very eyes. I am noticing that this concealer is creasing. Like I am expecting it to crease, to be honest, because it's so thick. Holy guacamole. This is... oh god, this is intense. I'm just going to take a little bit of my number 7 powder. Again, it's just something that's in my project pan. I'm just going to set under the eyes and just generally set where I put that concealer. Not too much, just enough so it doesn't move. We are going true cake face today. Like I said, some days I feel it, some days I don't. I mean, today I don't really have much choice. We've got to feel it. We've got to feel the cake. Okay. Wow. Okay. We're seriously kind of lacking in any colour to my face. So I think for like blush, I wanna kind of go into some of the palettes and see if there's like a blush tone. Wow, I look like I've got a mask on, sorry. I wanna see if there's like a blushy tone that I can pick to put blush. I love doing that, by the way. Having an eyeshadow that kind of works as a blush as well. I do that quite often. But bronzer has to be the right tone. So I'm gonna go into a bit of bronze. Again, just something from my project pan, and we'll be right back. Okay, bronzer on. If you can hear that slight vibration, that's my washing machine. Sometimes we have to do laundry and film, okay? There's a lot of things I have in my life. Running a house is one of them, unfortunately. I'm gonna quickly run through these palettes just by myself quickly and just see if there's a... oh, that's nice. See if there's any colours in here that I could potentially use as a blush. Okay, I've kind of got it down to 2 palettes. So I've got the Nubian 3 Coral and the Festival by Juvias. I can't get open, there you go. And I thought maybe this peachy shade would be really nice. Or maybe this like yellow would be kind of cool. No. This one looks really, really nice. I feel like that'd be really lovely as a blush. Or the coral blushes. I mean, I love a peachy coral blush. But I think this one's gonna be too dark and that one's kind of too dusty. I'm so sorry if you can hear the vibrating of the walls. My washing machine's a beast, okay? Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this colour, Manwu? I'm not too sure, in the Festival palette, so let's do that. This is a really, really pretty blush. Obviously for something that's not a blush, it's an eyeshadow, but on me, I really, really like it. If I was feeling really daring, I could definitely go in this like yellowy tone. I do like a yellow blush with its moment. I prefer to be a bit more tanned when I have a yellow blush, otherwise I look like I'm sick. But this one could be quite cool if I was to use it lightly, and this would be quite cool if I was to use it lightly. But I feel like this is actually quite a nice little blush palette. Like these here would be really nice, especially if you have deeper skin tone, like medium to deep. These three would be lovely. These two would be quite nice for like my skin tone, and perhaps to medium. But yeah, this palette's quite good, like versatile, like very versatile. I'm also going to use one of these palettes for highlight as well. I'm just going to kind of swatch a couple on the back of my hand and decide which one's the nicest. Okay, we have Aziza from the Saharan 2, which is like a white gold, which is quite nice. That could work. Okay, there was like Aman, but I think that's way, way, way too white. That's just from the Saharan. Or there's Zoya, which is rose gold. That's going to be too deep for me. That's also from the Saharan. Or again, we have the Festival palette, which has got Yuli and, oh God, Odogwu. So that's Yuli and Odogwu there. Odogwu is going to be too deep. Yuli is probably going to be a little bit too beaming, but maybe like mixed in with this one. I think I'm going to use Aziza from the Saharan 2 palette, this one right here. I'm going to use Aziza and just use it as my highlights. It's kind of like a white gold. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I don't know why I like turn my head 90 degrees when I do this side of my face. Yeah, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know this is an eyeshadow. This is really beaming. It's pretty. Okay, for eyes, I do just want to stick to one palette today, because I feel like if you do, by any chance, want to recreate this, or you have a palette and you're looking for inspiration, me bouncing around between all the palettes isn't going to be that helpful. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. There's definitely a palette in here that I do want to try, and that is the Nomad palette. This, if I can open it, this palette is really, really stunning. You know me, I love green. This is just like me in a palette. This is just me in a palette. This is like my neutral, beautiful green palette. I love this, but I feel like it's not, I don't know, maybe it's not. I was gonna say it's not as fun, but I can definitely do a video on this, and I might just incorporate that into a look down the line. I just know it's something I'm going to pick up anyway. The Nubian 3 Coral palette, the one that looks like this, is also really stunning, and I'm tempted by this one to do like a coral steely look. So this is a contender for me. I feel like I'm going to enjoy this one. I like the Afrique palette, this one right here. It's really, really pretty, but I'm just... did you hear my hip click then? That was incredible. I don't know, I'm not vibing with this one today. I don't know why. It's just something in my head that I'm like, not today. I don't feel inspired by this one. This is the Saharan. This is pretty. This is pretty. Okay, contender. And then we have the Saharan 2, which, oh, it's so deep. Deep and spicy. A contender. All of them are contenders. And then we have the Festival, which, again, is stunning. And I loved it, and I loved it for the blush, and like, yeah. Not today though, not today. You're probably screaming at the screen right now like, oh, pick this one, pick this one. I'm like, which one? You know, I'm kind of feeling a little bit of a red moment. I'm kind of feeling, I know I've got like a pinky blush on, but I feel like it's okay, because I've got like a red plaid t-shirt going on, not t-shirt, shirt going on, and I can really use these beautiful burgundy reds. Don't know why I'm like holding it like this. I can use these burgundy reds and like this all over the eye. Maybe like this as a spotlight or something. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's pray to God that this doesn't fall out, because we ain't doing this both again. I think just for time's sake, I'm gonna point to the colours that I use and just apply them on the eyes, speed it up, play a little bit of music on top of it or something. But I want to create like a burnt red burgundy look. Burnt red burgundy look. That. into the Saharan palette because I really want this black shade. I was going to do a winged liner, but what I might do is just pat this black shade just in the outer corner and blend it in with this shade here and try and create a bit of a deeper, darker maroon shade just for the outer corner, just because I think we're lacking a tiny little bit of depth. Okay, I'm back. I just completed the rest of the eye makeup off camera just because it was easier and quicker, and I needed to start my dinner tonight, so I needed to do some food prep. So I quickly went off camera, and whilst I was kind of just like letting my mascara dry, I also popped on some lashes. Everything that I use will always be in the description bar down below. It always is, so do not fear if you feel like you missed out on anything. It's all down there, and I tell you exactly what I use. My hair is on a mad one today. I tried to curl it, as you can probably see, but I've got like also half a can of dry shampoo in it, and it's doing something. It's doing something. I've got to say, I've had this foundation on now for about 20 minutes from obviously initial application, doing the eyes. That took about 15 minutes. Well, actually, then I went away for about 10 minutes too. So actually it's been on for nearly half an hour. Less is more. It's very thick, it's very full coverage. I wish I did the eyes before the foundation because there is a little bit of fallout. You can't see it from back here, so that's the distance we're going to keep. Up close, you can really see the fallout everywhere. It's the maroon shade. It's the maroon shade. It's not too bad to the point where it's showing up on my skin, but I can see in my mirror here, like I can see it a little bit, just like around here, which isn't the best, but you know, moving on. I have lip products. This is the final thing, the final step in all of this Juvias makeup that I hauled. We have 4 lipsticks, 4 lip liners, and 1 gloss. This is the gloss we've got, which I think actually pairs pretty well. It's like a maroony mauve shade, so we'll definitely be using that. So I'm going to just pair some lip colours that kind of go with this gloss, so bear with. Okay, I've picked the lip colours. I'm going to be going into the lip liner that is called Love Me, and then I'm going to be going into hashtag 2020, and then I'm going to be going into the lip gloss Sisi. So let's zoom you in. If you can see the texture on my face because of this foundation, apologies. It's not fared well. It might be the powder that I laid on top, it might be the concealer, it might be a mix of both. I'm not sure, but I'm looking particularly cakey right now. Oh well. Okay, that's all of the lip products on. I've got to say, obviously I've only just applied these for the first time ever. I really like them, really like them. The lip liner is really creamy, really precise. I personally love a wind up lip liner. I do like sharpeny ones that you sharpen, but wind up is so much more convenient. Okay, one could say that it would get into a little nubbin, but you can always like just shave it into a point. So really like the lip liner. The lipsticks, I might need a few more of these. This is such a lovely formula, such a lovely formula. So opaque, really nice. And the lip gloss formula is interesting. It looks stunning, it looks glossy, it looks beautiful. It's very thin, but it's also it's like thin on the lips, but gloppy when you get it out. So you've got to be careful because the well of the doe foot applicator is quite big, which means you get quite a lot on it once, so you have to kind of scrape it off. It's lovely on the lips. It feels like when I breathe in, it feels heavy. I feel like it's really one of those things where I have to wear it for a long period of time to gauge whether I like it or not. But I feel like I can almost like I'm breathing in and it's almost like I can taste it. It's not like a bad, it's just like it's a weird feeling. But what I do like about this gloss is that it's not stringy, it's not smeary, it's really nice. It really goes well with these lip colours. I'm impressed. This is really nice. And that is it for me trying out the Juvia's Place makeup. I feel like I look a little bit like a train wreck at the end of it. I've got to say that foundation and concealer, it is truly, where's the concealer gone? I feel like it's truly thick, full coverage. Because I am drier skinned, I feel like it's a sort of foundation that mixed in with another foundation, like mixed in with a very serum-y foundation, for example, like a complete polar opposite, will make a really nice mix. These are going to be great mixing products. I feel like the concealer's pretty good. It didn't crease once it was set, and I feel like it looks really nice. It is quite pale. Maybe if I enjoy this further along the way, then I can purchase a bit of a darker shade, but I really, really like the products. I just think because of my skin type being very dry and quite textured, sometimes when it gets very dry, it can look a little bit cakey. The eyeshadows are very, very blendable. I really, really like the Juvia's Place formula. It's really, really nice. It's not my favourite formula by any means. She says buying 6 eyeshadow palettes from them, but they are really, really nice. The lashes here are popping off, if you can see that. I really, really liked it. To say that I only used, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I used 5 shades out of this. Actually, I used 6, so I used that black. So 6 shades I feel like is really cool. This is like a very deep smoky look. I could definitely go out partying this, not that I'm going out partying anytime soon, but I could definitely see myself wearing this look. To me, this is like a wearable smoky eye. Like, I love this like burgundy with a pop of this orange copper running through it. I really, really like that. These shades, I have noticed this with Juvia's, they all kind of blend into one another a bit too much sometimes, so you do have to be very deliberate with your application. But I really, really like this look. I think it's really, really nice. And to say that I used some shadows as my highlight and blush, I think it looks really, really pretty. I feel like the standout product for me is definitely the lip products. I feel like the lipsticks and the lip pencils or lip liners are definitely something I'm going to be looking forward to in the future and looking to buy more shades. Having only 4, I feel like I'm going to want more of them. I feel like I can definitely put some more of those lipsticks and kind of lip formulas and lip pencils on my wish list. If you don't watch my wish list videos, definitely go watch them. I'll link them up in the eye. It's just basically me talking about all the makeup that I want and knocking things in order and things like that. Definitely those lip products are something that I'm going to keep my eye open for because they're really, really nice. It's a really nice formula. And let's be honest, the packaging is also pretty stunning. So big thumbs up from me. The eyeshadows are lovely as well. I knew they would be. I do like the Juvia's Place formula. It's good for the money. And I really want that big palette, but it was sold out. So maybe that'll go on my wish list as well. I think it's like the carnival or the festival, something like that, without loads of pressed glitters. It's one with the circular pans. And that's it. I think that's all I've got to say. All of the makeup that I have on my face currently is listed in the description bar down below. So if you're curious, cool, it's there. If you also want to see any of the other palettes in action, please do say, and I can definitely play around with them if there's something that you particularly want to see, or even if you just want to see me use a Juvia's Place palette again, doesn't matter which one, you just want to see a video of me wearing on my eyes perhaps, just tell me down below, because I say it in every single video, but if you guys want to see something, I'll prioritise it over what I've got planned. Thank you guys for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Thumbs up if you have enjoyed. Talk to me down below about your favourite Juvia's Place products, if you've tried anything from them or what you would like to try from them. Just talk to me down below about everything Juvia's Place. Thank you guys for watching once again. Subscribe if you haven't already and ring the bell because then you'll be notified of all the videos I upload. I upload every single week and you wouldn't want to miss out on more content from me. No, you would not. Especially when we're dealing with like greasy mop head vibes. Why would you want to miss that? Thank you guys for watching. Really, really appreciate you. Stay safe, stay under control, stay calm. We can see the end of this lockdown. We can see the end, hopefully. Take care guys, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.